Hi everyone, welcome. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stampin' with Denise. Welcome, and I hope you had a great Monday and a wonderful weekend. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll go over just a few things while we're waiting for others to join us. Remember, if you like what the project I'm working on tonight, please comment, give me some thumbs up, some hearts, whatever. If you don't like it, I guess give me a angry face. I don't know, but if you do like it, I would appreciate if you'd share my video and comment share down in the comments, and you might win the cute card I'm going to work on tonight. Last week, if you recall, I made this fun fold card. An easy way to use up some scraps of your really gorgeous DSP, and this card's going to go to Kay Phipps. So Kay, I'll get this card out in the mail to you in just a couple of days. And again, I thank you for sharing my videos. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and then once you do that, please click the little bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. I upload a new one most every Monday night, right after my live. So, with that being said, I think we're going to get right to work on tonight's card. It's cute, and I hope you like it too. Let me switch views, and we'll go to my hands. Okay, so tonight we're going to do something I haven't done for a couple years, and we are going to work on a shaker card. Ooh. Shaker cards are fun. People like to get them. They've got, can you hear the sequins and the beads and stuff rolling around in there? So I have two made, and I'm going to show you how to make one tonight. This one here, I used let me get the proper name of it because I always forget. It's the Rainbow Glimmer paper. I hope it's still available for you. Stampin' Up! Just put out the last chance list, and this product's retiring. I love this paper. So for this card, I use some of the portion that's green and blue and purple for my rainbow. I hope you like that. And I use just one square piece of that. Now for this card, I used some of our 6x6 Designer Series paper stacks. This was the Subtles pack that I used. Hear that? Yeah. So that's also retiring, but there will be a new one with all of the colors. There will be new packs of this paper in the new catalog, new patterns, same colors. So anyway, we're going to get started. One thing I'm going to show you that's a little bit different. You can see this card here has a mat. I've used a piece of the Blushing Bride Designer Series paper as a mat. This one I didn't have a mat. I really put it together before realizing I didn't have one. So that's why I put it on a colored base, but then this one's on a white base. I've got the pink there. And while we're talking about papers, I'll go ahead and show you. This is the Mother, let's see, what's it called? Mother of Pearl paper. And this is in I believe this is in the mini J2J catalog. I'm almost positive it is. It's shiny. It's fun to work with. I love it. So we'll be using that for our clouds. You know, and I tell you what, while I've got it out, let's just punch those clouds out right now. And I'm using the Cloud Punch from the mini catalog, J2J mini catalog. Let's see, let's get it here. Okay, so those will be ready to go when we're ready for it. So, did you see the last chance list, the retiring list? Were there any favorites on there that you liked, that you did not want to miss out on? If so, you need to go to my store right away, get that order placed. Stuff sells out quick. Once it gets announced, it goes fast. Things that go especially fast are designer series paper and ink products. So you have been forewarned on that. Okay, so let's get started here. This is, I guess I'll put it right like here. This card's made using the Rainbow of Happiness stamp set and the Brilliant Rainbow dies. As it's pretty obvious, I'm going to set the stamp set over to the side. This is the die I used to die cut for our shaker cards. And I'll show you here. I've done all the die cutting already, so you don't have to watch me do that. So what I did was I ran this white piece. I used the heavy basic white cardstock, the heavyweight, and it is 5 by 3 3/4. Put the die cut on here about, what is that, maybe a quarter, 3/8 of an inch from the two sides, and ran it through. And this will be the front of our card, okay? Now, I did see somebody who used these, and they used the blends to color them to make the colors in their rainbow card, shaker card, but I'm not going to do that tonight. But that's certainly something you could do, and it would keep those from going to waste. Okay. So what we are going to do is, and then this is what I'm going to use for my mat. This is Blushing Bride, and it's 5 1/4 by 4. When the card's assembled, it's going to be right on there like that. So we are going to use this white piece as our template, okay? So that we know where to put the rainbow stripes at. Because I don't know if you can tell, see it kind of stands up, and the you'll see as it goes together, okay? So for tonight's card, what I did was I just used colored cardstock. This is Highland Heather. This is So Saffron. This is Balmy Blue. And this is Calypso Coral. So I used the same colors as I did on this card. This one just has the DSP. This I'm using cardstock. So we are going to use, you can adhere this any way you want. I am going to use the Tombow multi-purpose glue, okay? And something I'm going to warn you is you need to be very careful. You need to use very sparingly. I'm going to use my tweezers here to hold on to, because glue, we're going to have a window sheet, a clear window sheet on here to keep the, sequins and stuff from coming out, give us our window to see. But you get glue on that, it does not come off, okay? So you need to be very sparing, and you don't want this to, ooze out or anything like that. So you're going to use this as your template. You're going to very carefully put this in here, okay? Because you don't want to glue this white piece down. You're just using it so that you have your rainbow stripes in the right place, okay? So this is the So Saffron. I'm just going to kind of spread this around a little bit. There we go. So what are you most sad to see go? I'm trying to remember. When I looked through I'll be honest, I haven't had a lot of time with the new catalog, or with I've only glanced at the new catalog, but I have hardly looked at the retiring list either. But what am I at? Which one am I sad that's going? A couple of the Christmas ones I'm kind of sad to get. There's one of the snowmen and one of the snowflakes that I'm sad to see go. Because they were favorites. They made really cute cards. Okay, so here we go. Okay, pull that up. We're not glued down, we're just kind of caught on the edge of the rainbow. Okay, yeah, take this washi tape off carefully. It will tear, but it, oops, yep, I kind of tore it a little bit of the corner, but I think it's going to be okay. But it helps keep your template in place, okay? There we are. Now, if you wanted to, you could do this on a white piece of cardstock and then mount that on the pink if you didn't want the pink in the background. But you know what? I mounted it right on the pink here, and when you're looking at it straight on, you can't see the pink. Only if you look at it at a very severe angle can you see that pink that's underneath those white lines. So I'm good with that. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we're going to put the window sheet on. Let me get a piece of scrap paper to work on here. Okay. Now we have this in our catalog. It's called window sheet. I'm trying to get the fuzz off of it. Like I said, you do not want to get any glue on it, but the glue is the best thing for adhering it, okay? And this window sheet is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Now I'm going to put just a very light bit of glue. This might even be a little more than I want there. Let's see. There we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dab some of that off, I think, with a piece of paper. I'll show you what I mean. Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. You know, if you get a little bit too much, an easy thing to do is just, usually I'll put it on a piece of scrap paper and just blot some of the glue off. There we go, then I don't have to worry about it seeping out underneath, okay? But there's still enough on there to hold my window sheet. Okay, and there we go. Now, if you do get this glue on your hands, what works really well to get it off? Hand sanitizer. Works great. Okay, now if you still have an embossing buddy, I use that on here. That keeps some of these sequins and stuff from sticking so much to the window sheet. So there we are. We have our window sheet put together. Can you see it there? Okay. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean, I pulled on my cords there. Sorry. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take our insides. They're Sparkle and Shine Sequins Assortment, and this is in the mini catalog. They like to go all over. They have static. They like to stick to you. You know what? Well, you know what? Before I put that on there, I forgot something that I want to do first. I'll just set that off to the side. We have to use our, what is this called? Foam adhesive strips. Okay. And these strips are kind of made out of the same kind of thing like our dimensionals are, but they're strips. And they're perfect for making our shaker card. And I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to put it all around the shape of the rainbow. Some people turn that corner like that. I don't. The most important thing that you can do, though, is make sure that it is completely enclosed, okay? Because if not, your little shaker pieces will fall all out, and the recipient will not be happy because they will have quite a mess to clean up, okay? So I'm gonna do it just like this. And then these little pieces here do not go to waste, because we'll be using this also to attach it to our card front, because these are not the same thickness as our dimensionals. And it would be kind of wonky, it wouldn't be on there straight if we use the dimensionals. So we use the extra little pieces of our adhesive, what did it say they would call them? Boy. Foam adhesive strips. There we go. Okay, so see, I'm buttoning that one right up to that. And I am just following the curve of the rainbow. And there we are. So I would say like 2 of these strips would do this, would be just perfect for this card. Because then I will use all these little pieces for attaching to the card. I'll put a little piece right down there. So there we go. And see, really, you can't see it, but that's there, and this is going to be what encloses all of our little gems and sequins and beads and things like that. And really, you could put about anything in here. You could put glitter, anything. These have got a lot of static in them, so put that in there like that. Put the lid on it so I don't spill it. Okay. And then I'm going to take the back off all of these adhesive strips. So, like I said, I did briefly look at the new catalog, and there's some great things in there, but don't, if there's something that's retiring that is on your wish list, don't wait. You need to order it as soon as possible, because once it's gone, it's gone. Say, I wanted to ask you, in the past sometimes I've done a video where I kind of go through the catalog and point out everything that's retiring. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know and I'll be glad to do that. It wouldn't take much time. You could have your catalog with you, and you could mark it along with me as I go. Let me know, leave me a message, leave me a comment or a message. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to line it up with my rainbow stripes, and there we go. There we are. There we are. Good. That's the basis for it. Okay, now what we're going to do were my little clouds I punched out. Again, I'm going to use my glue. I'm going to be careful with this because I don't want it to all ooze out, but it is the best thing for getting things to attach to the window sheet. Okay. And I'm not using dimensionals for these because this card's already thick because of the foam strips I'm using for the shaker part of the card, so I didn't want to make it any thicker. I mean, if you're going to hand deliver it, go ahead and do that. But I didn't want to for this one. Okay, so now we're going to do our little banner here. Actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attach this to the card base first. So I've got a piece of thick Whisper White. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's folded in half. Okay, so this will be our card base. Make my bone folder here. There we go. Perfect. See, that'll go right on there. I could have used another color, but just decided to go with white. And I would definitely recommend using glue for this because this is kind of heavy. This isn't just one layer of paper. This is a couple layers, and the sequins and the strips and foam strips and all of that. So you want something that's going to adhere really well. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to work on our sentiment. This is a piece of fresh freesia, same thing that's in here. And this is 1 inch by 3 inches. So we're going to make this into a little banner. Simplest way is just at the center bottom, cut up, then go from one corner up to where your cut is, and there you are. Perfect. Okay. I am using Blackberry Bliss ink. It's not a color I use a lot, so I was kind of excited to pull it out. And we're going to use the sentiment, "You make this world a better place," because what a nice sentiment to give somebody. So I'm going to put it right there. Perfect. Okay. And while we have the ink out, I am also going to stamp some hearts around. And, you know, I could have done this before I assembled it, but you know what? You don't really have to push very hard. So, these little hearts are in that stamp set. There we are. Perfect. I just think that darker pink or purple sets off on this purple just right. Okay, and last thing on here before I attach it, I've made a little bow out of some of the white baker's twine. So let me see, where are my glue dots? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to take a glue dot, just kind of make it into a little circle. Oops, come on, stay down. Attach my bow to it. There we go, that's cute. I'll put it right there. You know, I'm going to make this one just a little shorter. And put it right there. Put the glue right back here. Let me get my, I like my little tweezer things, because then I can pick it up without my big hands being in the way. There we go. Now, there you have it. It's a really easy shaker card using the Brilliant Rainbow dies and the Rainbow of Happiness stamp set. So don't forget about that last chance list. It is, you know, go to my website, use my host code, and any orders of $50 or more before shipping and tax, I'll send you a free goodie. Everybody, thank you so much for joining tonight, and I will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stamping with Denise. Bye now.